Do you know that with just 2,000 Ghana cedis as your salary a month, you can build a house in Ghana? With just 2,000 salary a month in Ghana, you can build a house. If today is the first time you're watching my video, try and subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share this video when you are done watching it. With just 2,000 Ghana cedis as your monthly salary, you can buy a land, build a house as an apartment, and be able to rent it out and be gaining rental income in Ghana. How is it done? All you need is financial discipline and a plan. Financial discipline and a plan. Most often than not, we think that we need so much money to create wealth. But you don't need so much money to create wealth. You need a plan to create wealth. So let's take a typical example as someone who earns 2,000 cedis as your salary. All you need to do is to have a savings plan out of that. So let's say you have about 20% or 10% as your savings plan. So it means that every month you'll be able to save, let's say, about 100 cedis or 200 cedis out of the 2,000. So it means that you have 1,008 to yourself to spend on anything that you want to spend on. But 200 cedis or 100 cedis, you put it aside as your savings plan. Give yourself about 5 months. You put 200 cedis aside for 5 months, you get about 1,002. Now the plan is that you use 1,002 to generate extra income. You use 1,002 to be able to do what we call side hustle. What can you sell? What business can you do with 1,002 on the side to gain extra income? Now that side business is what is going to generate enough revenue to be able to eventually use that to buy a land. But you don't just jump into buying the land. Make sure the side hustle begins to expand, grow it. If you are buying, let's say, a box of a particular item that you are selling, begin to increase the box from 1 to 2 to 3. Now, when you do that, the revenue or the profit that you're going to make will be becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. Then out of that bigger profit, you buy a land out of that. Now, when you buy the land, you make sure that you consistently follow the same pattern. By which time your 2,000 salary might have increased. But don't worry, still maintain the same plan of the 10% or 15% and use a little proceed from the side hustle or the extra income that comes with your salary, and then begin to use that to build the house little by little, little by little. By the time you realize you've been able to build maybe a single room out of the properties that you are building, and out of that you begin to rent it out as something that will generate income to you. The income that you are going to generate from the first rent of that single room or chamber and hall is what you are going to use to develop the other houses. So give yourself about 2 to 5 years. Within that time, if you stay with the plan that I'm mentioning, you'll be able to build the house that you want to build, even when you are renting someone's house. And that becomes a rental income that will help you to grow your income. It is not about the amount of money that you make in a month, but it's about the plan that you have on the amount of money that you make and what you do with that particular amount. Sometimes we think that you need to get about 15,000 before you start some of these things. Trust me, if you have a plan, even the 2,000 I mentioned, you can start something small. The key thing here is that make sure you get an income generating activity beyond the 2,000. And how do you get that? You need a seed capital from your salary. Always remember that your salary is a seed, and that seed must germinate. And how it germinates is through your savings and investment. So that becomes your seed that will grow with other forms of income, and that will generate enough revenue to be able to buy the land, build a house, and become a landowner and be a house owner in a matter of 5 years. So guys, that's the plan. Don't ever think that you need so much money to start an investment plan or to start buying the land or any kind of investment. The little that you have, no matter how small it is, have a plan around it. Have a plan around it. 10%, 15%, 20%. Start something today. And I hope that this video has been very educative. Please try and share this video to educate someone on how they can manage their finances well.